Hey everybody, what do you think of the new intro? Anyway, my name is Crash Test, and today, well, I figured, what's a Black Ops YouTube channel without at least one vicious pub stomp on it? So that's what I'm bringing you today. I didn't really set out to make this game. I tried a couple days ago actually to go out and record every game I played, get a good party together, play some Demolition, see if I could get a good pub stomp going. And we got some good games, but nothing quite like this one. So this one took me off guard. I thought I was getting online today to play some kind of game battle style scrims to warm up the VolTz team for a game battles match. Right now we're watching the gameplay of VolTz-xExecuTioN, and it's truly epic. VolTz-xExecuTioN is a really good player. I think he probably hasn't noticed that his KD is well above mine. Don't know why he wants to play with me, but very much appreciate it, and thank you for letting me put the gameplay up on my channel. So this is good stuff. In any case, today I wasn't really expecting to have this to have a big pub stomp, so I ended up having to do it in theater mode, which means there was a host migration, so we missed the first 10 kills or so, but we still caught the vast majority of the gameplay, and I still think it's absolutely worth showing. So here we are. There's really not a terribly large amount to talk about with tactics on a pub stomp. Really, the tactics on a pub stomp are related to how to get the most kills possible. I mean, this is really a situation where we're not worried about winning. We know we're going to win, so what are you going to do to make it fun? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get as many kills as possible, run up some stats, have a good laugh about it, and that's fun to do. Sometimes people get upset about KD whoring. Even calling it KD whoring, I think, implies contempt, but it's fun to do once in a while. This is a freaking video game. Enjoy it. It's fun to do. Don't always do it. It's annoying if you always do it. But in a situation like this where you know you're going to win, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a lot of fun to do, if not to be on the other end. So instead of talking about the tactics of all this, I'm going to talk about other stuff. I mean, the only thing we really need to do to make this game go to the way we want it to do is everyone needs to run high kill streaks. At least someone's got to run a spy plane to get us there. But once we get through that, blackbirds will keep on flowing. One person's blackbird will cause another person's blackbird, and then we'll get our choppers and our dogs and whatever else. One word of advice: if you're going to be part of a party like this and do a pub stomp, don't run the attack helicopter. Otherwise known as a chopper blocker. People are going to hate you. The reason is that the attack helicopter is going to go up there. If you're lucky, it'll get you 4 or 5 kills. It's going to chew up the airspace for, I haven't looked up the stats, but it's 45 seconds to a minute, and prevent people from calling in their bigger kill streaks, their chopper gunners and their hinds, the 9 and 11 kill streaks. So you're going to really piss some people off if you run an attack helicopter at a time like this. So don't do that. Other words of advice: well, if you want to get a lot of kills, you're going to need to extend the game as long as possible, which means you're going to need to let them plant and detonate some objectives. You're going to need to, let it go to overtime, get all 3 rounds, and you can get some games that go well into the 20-minute range if you do that. We didn't quite go all out on that. I'm only bringing you about 10 minutes of gameplay here, but it's possible to draw this out and go even longer. That makes it all the more impressive that VolTz managed to get this done. As seems to be the norm on YouTube these days, I've sped up the chopper gunner and the hind footage because people don't seem to like watching that very much. So, Alvin and the Chipmunks are bringing you some call-outs right now. One topic that a lot of commentators have touched on, and I kind of want to weigh in on it as well, is the concept of, is a pub stomp wrong? Is it wrong to go out there and take advantage of a bunch of truly terrible players, possibly new players, guys who haven't played before, and stack a team and show up and really make them hurt? And I'm of two minds about this. I think fundamentally, don't hate the player, hate the game. It's not wrong because the game lets you do it. I really think that there ought to be separate lobbies for people who are showing up in parties versus people who are showing up individually. Kind of the way they've separated it out for mercenary team deathmatch versus regular team deathmatch. I think it should be like that across the board. How much does it suck to show up and, well, you basically can't play Demolition unless you play with a party, or you're going to risk showing up into a situation like this. People rage quit. You're going to show up here with a chopper gunner and an SR up already, and you're going to be running away from dogs and all the rest. So really, it's not a lot of fun for individuals, and for teams, you're really not getting the level of competition that you deserve. I mean, running up some good stats is fun now and then, but you know, what if you want to play a good game of demolition against another team? It'll take you a while to find someone else to play against. You know, the matchmaking isn't ideal, so yeah, I really think that's really all I have to say about that. That they really ought to separate out the lobbies, and once they did that, this whole problem would go away. But so long as they're not going to fix it, well, you might as well have some fun with it. Well, this is double XP weekend, so I mean, you're going to see all the numbers on this game. They're going to look inflated. Every kill is worth 100 instead of 50. And, you know, I don't prestige. I'm level 50. I've got about 7 or 8 days of playtime on Black Ops, so I could have prestiged, but I just decided it wasn't for me. Didn't like going for all the pro perks the first time around. Don't like doing things like trying to find a turret to knife, or shooting bullets into airplanes and throwing back grenades in particular. Trying to kill people with flash grenades, like, that's not what I'm into. I'm here to win. I like my guns. I like having my perks, not getting my perks. Having my guns, not getting my guns. So prestiging isn't for me. But if ever there was a time for somebody to prestige, it would be this weekend. Double XP. I mean, you could get through a couple prestiges this weekend if you, I don't know, ignored your wife and didn't walk your dog and skipped showering and just generally dedicated yourself to Call of Duty for a weekend. I was tempted for a bit, but I love my wife and I love my dog. I'm not really going to do that. And plus, I got this YouTube stuff to do, and that really cuts into my playtime. Some of those game battles vids I've done. Oh, nice little teabagging there, letting them get the plant so that we can get the time extension and drag this out a little further. But yeah, some of those vids I do, the game battles ones, where I'm doing a lot of editing and commentating and theater mode stuff. I mean, those things take me 4 or 5 hours each, so it cuts into my gameplay time, and another reason that it would take me longer to prestige, and yet another reason I'm not going to do it. I sometimes take a little shit for not prestiging. People are, people like to judge. They like to say somehow that it's my duty to the game to prestige or some shit. I don't know. I think they're on crack. They may very well be on crack. I've never met so many weirdos as I have playing on Call of Duty. Those chat rooms are messed up. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. The other big news in the Call of Duty world these days, obviously, is the new map pack that's come out on Xbox, which really pisses me off. I think I speak for all the PlayStation 3 and the PC people as well when I say that you know, Microsoft can have some special deal and get their players all the maps a month before everybody else for no good freaking reason. So that's kind of annoying. And when you combine that with the you know, the matchmaking and disconnecting and crashing and frame rate and laggy issues that you get on the PS3 and don't get on the Xbox, apparently, although I've never tried it, you know, it just makes me feel like the PS3 people are being treated as second-class citizens, and I don't appreciate that. I paid for my game the same way they paid for their game, and you know, it's not like they're not making enough money on this game to be able to hire some extra developers and QA staff, and I'm in IT myself. I know how the software process works. I know what it would take to fix this kind of thing. It's not rocket science. It's not all that hard. It's just a matter of getting the right team together to do it. And that's just really a matter of money and time. And they've had the time, and they've got the money. Why haven't they done it? Well, it's the conspiracy theorist inside me thinks that you know, Microsoft is attempting to gain dominance in the console market by well, ensuring that their bugs get looked at first, that their testing is done better. Maybe they're supplementing the testing resources at the you know, at Treyarch to get this stuff done. I don't know, but oh, look at that. That's how bad these opponents are. That guy was sitting there, was that a stoner in his hand? I'm not sure, but just sitting there with every opportunity to shoot execution and didn't do it. Yeah. Well, it's not every day you find a lobby as bad as this one. Enjoy it. See if you can get 100 kills. Not gonna give it away. Am I done ranting on Xbox? I guess I'm done ranting on Xbox. That's my first rant. How'd it go, guys? Well, the last thing I wanted to talk about over this, and we're getting kind of close to the end, is, you know, I'm a 31-year-old Call of Duty player. I am the oldest guy I play with every single time I play. And, you know, I used to play Quake. I used to play Quake 2. I used to play Counter-Strike, Doom, Duke Nukem 3D, Wolfenstein 3D, all the great first-person shooters of the 1990s and into the early 2000s. And then I kind of lost it for about a decade. I didn't really play. I really, the most I did, I got embarrassingly heavy into Mario Kart Wii. I was just, I was sick, man. I needed a PS3. I needed to get my my first-person shooter on in a quality way. So when I came back to this game, I picked up and started playing this game for the first time last year, and that was absolutely terrible. In any case, I'll finish that thought in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Big shout out to VolTz-xExecuTioN for an awesome gameplay. 102 and 16. I'll see you guys next time. Rate, comment, subscribe.